When the fourth quarter hit, we had a third and long situation coming on. We had a 7-point lead, and if we didn't make that third and long, I knew we were going to have to punt the ball back to Vanderbilt, and with them having a chance to tie the game. So I just wanted to make sure everybody remembered what was at stake. The Eastern Division race was at stake for us at that point, and I just want to make sure they understood that clearly and understood that there was only 15 minutes to go, and if we win the fourth quarter, which we claim to want to do around here at Georgia, we claim we want to finish the drill. I just want to remind them that that's what we needed to do. Well, the no-huddle offense is an offense that really can be used more so now that the rules have changed. This 40-second clock has basically told the officials to put the ball down, get out of the way, and let the teams play. If you want to substitute personnel groups, then we have to wait till the defense substitutes. But if an offense would choose to go no huddle and go at a fast pace, which is what I like to do back when I was at Florida State, you can do that now if you don't change personnel or if we don't sub on offense. And but if you're just going to no huddle and take your time about it, I don't see much of a point in that. Ohio State or Southern Cal, I think the best time to play them is at the end of the year in some type of a championship game. The Southeastern Conference is rough enough as it is, and then when you add Georgia Tech always, that's pretty strong. And now that we've decided to add a BCS opponent outside of the Southeast region to go along with that when we added the 12th game, I think we've got a pretty salty schedule. Next year, for example, out of conference we play Oklahoma State, Arizona State, and Georgia Tech, and then we still play our 5 opponents in the East and 3 Western Division foes. So I think that's plenty. Well, every time one of our opponents plays a game, we have film exchange, and we're putting the film into our database for us to be able to use when we need to get that done. Our graduate assistants work ahead of time, breaking down the film, getting ready for the coaches to look at the film once Sunday hits after a particular game. For example, we're now beginning to work on LSU. Well, we've had all that film broken down by our graduate assistant coaches and our student helpers. So now on Sunday, the coaches can get right into that work. As far as sending a scout, a person, someone in person to go to games throughout the season, that's been outlawed by the NCAA. There are no scouts that go out ahead of time in person. We have a lot of coaches on the sideline with headsets, along with coaches up in the booth with the headsets on. And Coach Bobo's communicating his message where all the coaches can hear it, all the offensive coaches and myself can hear what's going on. But 3 of those young men down there are signalers, and they'll be signaling all at the same time. One will be live. That'll be the one Matthew's looking at. The other 2 are just trying to disguise our intentions to keep people from stealing our signals. And, Mike will start the game with a plan on how he might call that first series. But in between series, he'll regroup with Coach Searles and Coach Ball and Coach Easton and myself and Coach Lilly, and we will try to make a plan for what we're going to call next. But Mike is the primary play caller. Mike is really making most every decision as the game goes on, and there are some suggestions that are given in between series, but for the most part, Mike's getting the job done. I just want to let the fans know that I ran into a guy named Max Strong. You might recognize this picture. I don't know how well you can see it on this camera here, but this is a picture of Max Strong. Of course, Mac played for years with the Seattle Seahawks, actually had a 15-year NFL career. And, of course, he was a Bulldog for us you know, just a few years back, and he came to visit me and showed me this book that he had written called Unsung Heroes. And I have not read the book yet, but I'm excited about seeing it. But it's called Unsung Heroes by Kurt Simmons, and it's called the Mac Strong Story. So all you Georgia Bulldog fans that remember Mac, you ought to pick it up. Looks like a great one.